Hello.
Grüezi.
How are you? Lekker man. Ik hoop het voor je. Anders no point, no point. Dan gaat onze Ferrari seizoen dan. Nee. What the fuck, ik ben uit de lobby.
An interesting start.
What? Zijn jullie erin? Oké, kun je mij inviten? Ik ben gewoon niet ingeladen, zeg maar. Fucking raar. Oké. Dat is interessant. Ik zat gewoon, zeg maar, in een menu en toen in één keer zat ik er niet meer in.
Aren't multiple player lobbies from multiple servers.
Gewoon in één keer zag ik jullie allemaal verdwijnen, zat ik in mijn eentje in de lobby. Yes, stop. Wat de fuck was dat, jongen, oprecht. Echt super raar. Ja, nou ben ik er gewoon in. What the fuck, oké.
Well, there you go.
Ik zit op 27-22. Je kan ook 26-21 pakken als je iets meer vertrouwen hebt in... Oh shit. Sprint heeft regen, mogelijk.
Interesting.
Zo, dat is laag. Ja, ik ben iets hoger zodat ik, hoe noem je dat? Zodat ik aan het einde de tire wear onder controle krijg. Lijkt me nog
Okay, there are only a few cars out on track. We should consider getting out there. Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Nee, helaas niet. Volgend jaar pas weer, want onze grote vriend is op vakantie.
So, welcome and Sanskriest.
Ja, dat is bij mij ook, hè.
ARL Austria. In de Steiermark in Österreich. As you know, as you can see, I'm in better shape this week.
Achterin zit op een ronde. En zit nu naar bocht.
And of course, a racing place in a German-speaking country allows me to use my mother language. Sometimes, at least.
Maar je hebt mooi gehad voor je, dat is goed.
So, let me introduce you to some Austrian wordings. Well, as general, in the German-speaking part of the world, Austria has quite a high similarity to Bavaria in southeastern Germany. The Bavarian accent and the Austrian dialect are reasonably similar.
Sam, what the fuck? Wat zit dan?
And they have a wonderful way of saying things. So, for example, the one I said before is usually A warm welcome. In High German it's Seien Sie gegrüßt. And then in Austria they make Sans grüßt. Or in Switzerland, Grüezi wohl. Wonderful dialects. But let's get off the language. That was a very nicely driven turn 3 by our former streamer. I'm not sure if that slipstream was worth noticing, but you get credit for trying. Looks great so far. I wish it was me driving. That was a little wide, but the momentum is good. Solid job, I like it.
P3. 1.4.6, maar dat gaat nog lager.
Good stuff. Behind the two McLarens.
Ja, ik zit op 10 achter Chris.
But of course it's early days.
Ja, in mijn race pace is niet heel goed, dus daar moet ik dadelijk even op letten.
At this very moment there is no Rickert.
Als jij je race pace onder controle hebt dadelijk, dan ga je podium pakken. Maar ik ben gewoon te inconsistent, zeg maar, voor en daar, ik moet echt een wiel hebben. Maar ja. Die wheelbase is trouwens ook gedelayed, hè, had ik dat gezegd? Nee, maar wel maar met een weekje of 2 gelukkig, maar
Well, he's already left Lewis behind him, who is normally quite a good qualifier, so that's looking good for the top 10 if he can keep the pace. Naturally, other qualifying specialists like Lucas or maybe Max Duca will also come, but no, Max Duca is behind him in the first run.
Ja, nog niet hè, maar ik heb hem gecanceld op mijn stuur. En dan bestel ik zeg maar die zwarte V2.5 in plaats van die oranje. Alleen ik heb die voucher nog niet binnen. Maar dus ja, ik hoop dat hij wel snel komt, omdat ik die zwart ook uitverkoop. En dan
so I would say this was a stable banker lap.
Ja, dat is ook niet erg, maar ja. Dan ga ik wel heel erg ver naar beneden. Wat je niet wil. Ja. Rick P2.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 04.6.
A very solid banker lap.
Ja, ik weet waar ik het kan winnen in sector 2. Dus dat scheelt. Nou, hier moet je net op de 95 meter remmen, hè? Ja, zo ja. Moet je mee kijken. Nee, waar je net reed. 95 meter. Hier bij de 50. Als je zeg maar de rechterkant van je beeld de 50 weghaalt. Tenminste bij mij doet dat. Ik weet niet of er iemand... Oh, volgens mij zit er een haas achter je op een rondje, maar ik ben niet zeker. En hier is het remmen bij de 50. Nou, hier is het remmen bij de 50 en aan de linkerkant zie je die
and finally Rickert is also
stopt, moet je ook remmen.
online. He is not talking so much sometimes.
Van de hele grid, maar ik weet...
So let's have a look how this all comes from the Aston Martin perspective. Rickert in F122 was the guy who usually took the lowest wings.
What?
And
Yeah, we
finally
get a new
today.
soft, but you think it's doable for the sprint?
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 04.4.
It's doable as well, but it'll be tricky. I go for softs. Ah, it might be raining. I forgot.
Yes, the rainy conditions certainly would
Wat voor auto is dat?
encourage one
Waar hij
more
rijdt.
run.
Dat was jij. Dat was ik niet. Dat was een Haas. Of een Alfa Tauri.
Not to worry about
Geen
these
idee,
things,
maar jij
mate.
reed net voor de Alfa Tauri's.
8 minutes left.
All clear the garage, please. Cars
dadelijk
ready to
wel.
leave.
Ja, ik ook. Ik denk niet dat ik hem geblokt had, maar goed man. Ik kijk dadelijk gewoon even de footage terug en dan weet ik het zo.
The two McLarens have apparently improved.
Tim, I know you're watching. If you know how I blocked him, if you want to let me know in the Discord, that'd be nice. Because I have no idea where I blocked him, if I blocked him at all.
Neither do I, but I didn't spot
Yeah,
the
well, I
entire
couldn't
in-lap.
block Oké, gaan we weer.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Ah, als je iets eerder was gegaan, had je niet in de slipstream trouwens.
And on we go.
Heerlijke slipstream hier van Sam. Dank u.
That was a cautious braking.
Oké.
Yes, that's how I would drive this corner, but it doesn't seem to be the quicker way.
Lekker naar binnen toe.
What's going on
Nee,
here?
naar binnen maat, kom.
That seems to have been Rickert.
I fucked up, sorry.
Was that the coordination between the two Aston Martins going wrong?
Yeah.
Or just delaying? That definitely looks like a slipstream exercise. But is the benefit on the straight bigger? Or the loss in the corner? And where does he move away?
Thank you,
Interesting.
man. Was good.
Well, apparently Bosco liked it.
That was perfect sector 2, perfect. Come on.
Now we have a Radio Bosco on. He didn't like his sector 3. And the reason can be seen on the left hand side of the screen. Ooh, that's not red. But he slows down anyway, what's going on?
I fucked up last corner.
Yes, we noticed. Well, seems as if for the start I'm gonna have, as the Germans say, die Qual der Wahl between the two members of currently row 3. Almost doesn't matter whom I choose.
Maybe you box and go for a new set?
Well, the lap in Austria is short enough for that. 1 minute for a lap and 3 minutes left.
Okay, it's we have a lot of time.
Not much action between the two streamers right now. Is this one still going on or stopped? Seems to be going on.
Heel raar dit. Ik ben nooit bij een...
Ah, there we go.
Okay, so far our fastest lap is a 1:04.6.
We're looking at the wet sprint.
Ik kan niet vinden waar ik hem geblokt heb, want ik ben nooit bij een Alfa Tauri in de buurt geweest. En een Alfa Romeo ook niet.
Don't worry about it. Leave it for later.
Nee, dat gaat
Oeh! Oh, yeah.
bijna mijn frontwing eraf gereden in de pit.
Well, that is a surprise. Where is Verstappen coming from now? I thought he was writing, not attending. And what is happening to my internet again? That's not very nice. Well, the connection is there. Come on. Give me some moving pictures. There is no reason not to have any moving pictures. Ah, so there we are in the middle of the hot lap. Yes, there is an improvement. Was that one downshift too much in the last corner?
Blijft P7.
So, one lap was enough for Radesi, but the rest has closed up. Chris is still without pole.
Mhm.
Rickard stream is also back. No, not really. Yes, now finally. What do we have here? 209 and oh, I don't see the remaining time.
Okay. P7.
So we have two drivers under 1 minute and 4 seconds. Rifler just above. Then 10 drivers within another second. And Jumbo beautifully sitting out his qualifying ban. Hedgehog not seeming to have the happiest of sessions in P16. Looking like a tough job for Alpha Tauri. The other Alfa Romeo, Kick, Sauber, Stake, and what other stakeholder groups might be involved. Looks a little better. P5 and P9. So, over and over. Rickard is a little bit behind, probably. Let's try to actualize this one to make sure the sprint starts at the same time on both. 20 to go. Oh no, this one is behind. 10 to go and 6 to go. Okay, we will not have complete eye-to-eye capture, but that's fine. All the internet connections seem to be alright. And the sprint is indeed very, very wet.
Ik doe niks met mijn fuel, want je kan echt niet underfuelen hier. En je burnt echt best wel veel. Ja?
One and a half laps more.
Ontwing eentje omhoog en alle tire pressures eentje omhoog.
But of course, the wet Austria is quite the spectacle. I've had one 100% race there myself, and it started very quietly and then came apart completely.
Het is geen heavy rain trouwens. Ik denk niet dat ik die tire pressures aan ga passen. Laat maar zitten.
Good luck.
So then.
So your grid penalty will be in the race, or you got it already?
And off we go. There is someone starting very nicely besides Rickard, but oh! Everybody gets it crossed up.
$55.
Still civilized. Oh,
For now it's
Max
working
Duca
well,
going to the left. Rickard taking over
Why,
P5.
Max? Why, Max?
Apparently Max Duca came in contact with Bosco.
Man, I swear, it's getting so frustrating, this league.
Rickard making nice progress. Seems to have a good rhythm so far.
Oh, he hit me from the back. No snap, nothing.
So Rickard is into the last two corners.
5-second penalty.
Above Milan. Adesi back on P6. Why is that? Did he have a grid penalty? The leader is now for the first time this season Chris. All 20 cars are still running. We have one Alpha and one Aston Martin at the back, so that must be Max Duca and Bosco. Rickard under attack from Adesi, that might be a nice duel. Even with side cam. But no, stop, this is not Adesi, this is Lewis or Senna that is putting Rickard under pressure. No Hamilton-Albon moment. Aber jetzt geht er sehr weit. Und da schlüpft er wieder durch, der Rickard. Like that, the Austrians would have said that Rickard is going back by Lewis, who has run wide. Oh! Adesi taking Lewis around the outside. Two McLarens on the podium currently. One Red Bull, the other Red Bull
With your
starting.
setup, I think, with lower downforce probably.
Now we have two McLarens and two Red Bulls. Not quite dissimilar to 2023 reality.
Green flag.
No more apparent spins. But there is a Ferrari further back. Must be Danny. And the Mercedes. Could either be Verstappen or Sem. Apparently Lucas couldn't make it and has handed over to Verstappen in the last minute. Oh, internet connection, where art thou? As Shakespeare would have said it. Ah, there you are. Ooh. Let's see if Adesi gets a hot lap in. Well, he does, but it's not the fastest one yet, so it's gonna be hard for him to win the sprint. But the baby Drew seems to be close. And Rickard might be prey for Lewis. Still has the inside line. Ah, the race engineer wants to suggest a tire stop? I doubt it. 12 laps, 8 to go. That would be a high, very high risk. Lewis is everywhere around Richter, but before it didn't work in the outside in that corner, and neither does it now. Currently 2 Red Bulls on the podium, but none on the very top step. Rifler is keeping up reasonably well with Chris, and Adesi takes the fastest lap.
Bumper cars, I swear.
We have another Alfa Romeo spin, and according to P6 it has to be Max Duca who lost it at the end of the second sector. Also Bosco doesn't look too happy, unless of course it is an Alpha Tauri back there. That is also possible. The colors are difficult to recognize.
So the rain should be stopping anytime soon. So we should see a dry line starting to form fairly rapidly, so make sure you cool your tyres down the straights. Inters seems to be the fastest tyre for now.
Yeah.
So how does it look for our Ferrari?
Tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
That's a very wide line for the last corner. Adesi another fastest lap, but not quite caught up to the first two yet. Now in rainy races it's very hard to increase the rhythm. It's usually quite easy to get to a rhythm and then trying to hold it, but to increase it is very difficult. So usually the first couple of laps define how the rest of the race is looking. Come back, moving picture, come back. I have an idea what might be the root of these problems, but I cannot fully understand them yet. This is really not very nice.
Stop pushing.
No DRS in the wet, of course.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds.
Oh,
So we have a triple. The baby Drew, Lewis and Rickard.
they are getting away.
Lewis has finally made it past Rickard. Sound. Will Lewis also make it past the baby Drew? Rickard has prime seat to monitor that. But Daisy has still not caught up with the first two. Ooh, yeah, that was a lot of curb, and I'm not surprised about that slide. Castle has caught himself 3 seconds. That's inconvenient.
5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left.
And Rickard cannot hold on to the podium or P4, P5 pace. But he might still be there to pick up P4 if the other two have a collision. Could this have to do with the tires? I doubt it, because they all have the same. There is a track limit warning, easy to get in Austria. Lewis is in position to attack P4. He does so. Not yet. But we saw him very active with Rickard in his next phase of the lap. We still have all 20 cars running. Field is being spread out a bit.
It seems dry, but
Rickard's voice is becoming very, very silent.
The behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
3 laps to go. No one will pit. Oh! At the moment I say it, someone is pitting. Of course, not much to lose. And very difficult to catch up. 1 pit stop and a bit in 3 laps. So this might be just trying to get the fastest lap. But the fastest lap does not give any bonus points in the sprint. And Senna is just not quite around the baby Drew yet. Senna being Lewis, he has several names. He was known for the first 2 seasons as Luis Furtado, and before season 3 he has changed into F1 Senna on Discord.
I went for softs, since I'm at the back.
Yes, that was quite logical.
Much faster, but no time.
DRS enabled. Track doesn't look very dry here. How does it look from the Ferrari point of view? Also wet. Jumbo has caught up quite a lot. A good rain drive for him. And apparently Bosco was not the only one to pit. Slayer has a 111,
yeah.
But with such a gap that must be also after a pit stop.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.3 seconds.
That was very close to a warning. And finally, Luis has made it past the baby Drew. And our 3 podium visitors are still not quite together. But they are, the first 2 look quite close. Is there gonna be possibly a change for the lead? It looks like in DRS range, Reifler to Chris. But they are running out of DRS zones and the lead has not changed. Now it suddenly looks very dry. So probably Bosco or Slayer is gonna get the fastest lap. Yeah, there is a 108 from Bosco. And we still have 1 McLaren and 2 Red Bulls on the podium. Since the game is not 100% representative of the current sprint weekends, Chris will be on pole for the main race, because we don't have a separate qualifying session for that. So it's a bit half 2021 and half 2023 for this mode. Rico brings P6 home. Oh, and Ferrari had big disadvantage with the plus 3 seconds. Or did he even collect another plus 3? Let's see, he was ahead of Jumbo. 1.726. No, it was 3 seconds.
Really, man, I don't know what to say. So upset.
Forget it and move on.
I think Max lost his rear out of corner 3. Hit my left.
You're lagging. Hit your what? I cannot hear you at all, mate. No, I don't know if you hear me, but Carl, are you there?
Well, discussions on Discord continue. But in the meantime, we're getting ready for the main
I
event.
cannot hear you. Oh my god.
So, das war also die Vorspeise und jetzt kommt das Schmankerl, das Main Race. Few seconds left to the grid. We have one McLaren ahead of two Red Bulls.
Here we go, the big event.
Indeed. The sun is back.
Oké, 37,8 had ik als het goed is. Nee, ik had 54 fuel had ik gisteren. Dat ja. Hij zegt tegen mij soft mediums. Dat vertrouw ik niet.
From the middle of the grid, it seems the better idea, yes.
Geen soft mediums doen, niet gek.
Rickert seems to be going conservative.
Oké.
We have little time left. Rickert
Gaan we
takes
dan.
on less fuel than the former streamer.
Ja.
Now here we stay with the Ferrari for the start. It's in the
Ik
middle
zat
of
op
the
de
grid.
hards.
No formation lap, but much action to come.
Oké, slim.
On low skates.
Geen rembordjes. Kijk uit.
There we have a first collision. And Castle is back in the middle of the points.
Hij is zoveel ongeluk dit seizoen, hè. Maar hoe
Man,
dan
why
ook
are you
niet
talking
geweest,
during the
dus,
braking
In
phase?
één keer op een divebomb, maar dan krijg je geen ruimte voor me. Oh. Nou, het was geen divebomb, laat maar.
Rickert was behind.
Sorry Rick, het was geen divebomb. Het was een heel vriendelijk overtakings die je deed.
And A-Lord is starting on soft tires.
Start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Surprise at the front, no orange dot leading. Is it Adesi or is it Rifler that has taken over? Or is it both? Soon we will know by the fastest lap alert. Rifler has taken the lead.
Ik wil wel waarschijnlijk langs mij af, maar Lord zit er achter nog zo.
Ooh, that was a bit of oversteer where you wouldn't want it.
Bijna.
And what was that?
Ik zat naar het rembordje te zoeken, maar die was er niet.
Where was that Aston Martin coming from?
Oh shit.
And what is... Oh yeah, well, A-Lord is taking good advantage of his soft tires. Max Duke coming to P10 from the back. Yeah, good driving there. Oh, this is not a good lap for our Ferrari driver, man.
Ik ga jou er langs laten,
You
hè.
won't make a mistake.
Want je hebt softs. Nee, je hebt softs, hè. Oh, oké. Goed, maar wel op tijd.
Fastest lap for Lewis.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Looks as if both Red Bulls are leading.
DRS is now available.
Ja, ik ook. Ik denk ook ergens bij het oranje aan de linkerkant.
Ah, what was that on the bottom? Didn't see it. One driver has left the session. That is Slayer. He's parked in the pits. Hedged, Rickert and Danny are on it. Let's go in the middle of that. No, sorry, that was A-Lord, not Headjet. And who are they passing going into the pits?
Okay, clear.
DRS activated. Braking as wide as possible. Now then, the question is, what do you do once you start on the hards? Option 1 is that you take it to the middle of the race, then stop for mediums and do the other half. Or version 2, you go as long as you can, hope for a late safety car, and then go on softs while Rickard has a slide. Now Lewis is very fast. He seems to be on P2 right now, fighting for the lead. Is he on soft tires? Does he do the aggressive one? He appears to be in the lead by now. Whilst there is a big battle opening ahead of Rickard and Max Duca. Matt Pryor is involved. And also one of the Williams, I think this was Jumbo. And yes, we have an Alfa Romeo leading. Luis Furtado, now known as F1 Senna, is leading the Austrian Grand Prix, but on which tire? Well, we will not find out for a couple of laps yet, because of course all tires should be able to survive 5 laps easily. Lovely DRS train.
Back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
How's your race so far?
Yeah, moving up,
Max Duca defending, Rickard attacking. Nice close racing, ARL style. Beautiful attack around the outside, but 2 slides too many. To switch back to my Austrian side, ich glaub, der Senna, der hat was geflattert. Weil der fährt so schnell, das kann nicht, da kann nicht alles normal sein. Der muss was geflattert haben. So sagt der Armin Ossinger beim Skifahren auch immer. Little translation. I believe, or my Austrian alter ego believes, Lewis has stolen something and is now trying to escape. That's the way the Austrians put it when somebody is very fast. But all fastness included, he is not getting away and he's not even leading anymore. One of the Red Bulls has taken back the lead. The 2 McLarens are in good positions, whilst Max Duca, after defending 1 lap ago from Rickard, is now having his own attack on Matt Pryor. Currently unsuccessful. The tires should be coming towards Max Duca and Rickard in this duel. Whilst the distance to the Ferrari is already opening up, and so to A-Lord. So the gamble of A-Lord on the red tires does not seem to have paid off. Now this corner here of course is notorious for warnings and for spins and slides. Such a difficult corner. This one here not so much for warnings and penalties, but just for handling it. Very tricky corner. Well, still not 100%, but getting better. Ginger tea helping all the time. And speaking of ginger, I see the ginger McLaren and the dark red Alfa Romeo colors at the front again, but I do not see the dark blue of the Red Bull. Has anything happened? Or are they just so close that the monitor cannot cover it all? It is the second, because now the front of the field looks blue again. Rickard taking a wide entry. And we have Bosco and most probably Sem at the back of the field. But the field has not got too much of a spread. The baby Drew has had to let go of the front trio and this, but it itself not under DRS danger yet of this little train we have here. So a quarter of the race is gone. We have a lead trio, 3 different colors. Red, blue and orange. And then we land in this. Ah, what happened here? Something in the front. What is that? Oh, Luis has dropped out of the lead fight. Was that a collision? Was that a mistake? Was it both? Not a great moment for Alfa Romeo, because in the aftermath of the mayhem, Rickard has taken Max Duca. Yeah, that was a little bit too much the outside. A warning for Rickard, but I believe it's his first one in this race. And he is already back where he should have started, because the game giving grid penalties is not a great thing. Mostly the grid penalties handed out by the game do not consist with common sense. But there we go, Rickard took it and now is working his way back up, and he has P3 now inside. Jumbo taking a very wide line, but maybe if he doesn't put too much fuel, too much gas on it, throttle, maybe he doesn't get a warning. But what he does get is closer to Rickard. Adesi? Why is Adesi in P8? This is becoming weird. Or maybe there was something with Adesi that I didn't notice at the beginning of the race. Well, that makes it clear why there is only one Red Bull at the front, and it is apparently the one of Reifler that is keeping Chris company in what is now a lead duo, of whom I assume that both would have started on the mediums, but I don't know. And from being at the very front, Lewis is now at the very back. Probably one pit stop made. If I were him, I would have switched to the hards. Maybe he did start on the softs. Baby Drew has been caught by the second group, and it's now a DRS train for third place. Containing the Baby Drew, Matt Breyer, Jumbo, Rickard and Max Duca. First skirmish is exchanged between Matt Pryor and the Baby Drew, with Jumbo waiting in the wings. And Rickard being an obedient cameraman. But why is Adesi so far back? He has started on the hards. With the pace he showed in qualifying, he should still be able to get P3, but what had happened to him? Was he a victim of collision in lap 1? We have still only one retirement, that used to be Slayer, I believe. Max Duca hanging on to Rickard, hopefully a bit more successful than in Silverstone. There was a bit moving under braking, but no warnings. And as soon as I mentioned Silverstone, Max Duca is losing space, 2 seconds now behind Rickard. That was not in the game plan. Rickard's tires seem to be in good shape. He can do a nice turning on the fast left-hander. And 1/3 of the race is already through. Let's see how our Ferrari chauffeur is doing. He has pitted. He is now on the hard. That should bring him to the end. He is chasing the remaining Haas.
Mediums beginnen ook op te kloppen. Het jet begint weer tijd te verliezen.
And that should be a DRS pass incoming. Maybe not now, because there was quite a slide. And we can see that of the two Mercedes, Sem is the higher placed at the moment, which would indicate that Verstappen has either had a pit stop or a spin or a collision. Now, let's see if he can go for it, 60%. Oh, that's gonna be close. Now that is odd, why didn't he pass? Too many wings? We have yellow, but... Okay. Apparently Jumbo and Hatchet have had a coming together, but I wouldn't know how, but apparently, according to the Discord,
nog steeds niet in de pit.
But why would Hatchet and Jumbo have been together? Jumbo was in a lead group. Hatchet was not. Maybe Jumbo had a spin and I didn't catch it. There were some smoking tires from the Haas. Ferrari is not using battery, but maybe he should, because oh, that might have been enough to get past.
Come on, push, mate. Push.
But why didn't he try it with ERS on the straight? Is he afraid of the Haas hitting back on the next lap? It does look quicker. Well, let's see if anything happened there. Rickard is now taking the baby Drew for P3. Rifle and Chris are in front, 7 seconds on different tires. Matt Pryor is also in the mix. Max Duca does not yet have DRS. There is a... Whoa, that looked like a sandwich for Rickard. Ooh, this is close. But all is being handled very well, and Max Duca finds DRS of this little train again. And yes, Jumbo is not in the group anymore, so we can only presume that maybe Jumbo had a spin or was helped into a spin
You're going to be on mediums.
and then collected Headjet rejoining the track. Looks like the Baby Drew will be attacking Rickard very soon. There he comes. It's not enough. And the sorry man from Jumbo might suggest that my idea might have been right. Now, let's see if Rickard attacks back on the Baby Drew. It tries the outside again. Risky, but not impossible. But now impossible. And I might be punished by my prior. Yes, it is indeed. Max Duca has started to collect
Getting
plus
tricky
3.
now.
But he's 11 seconds ahead of the Ferrari, so at this moment that has no consequences, but it basically disqualifies him from the fight for P3.
Okay, you're in the dirt.
Currently.
Still out on the
Get
mediums,
past them.
hoping for a safety car.
The half point is being reached. And this is a nice classic Austrian DRS train fight. Now the question is, do you try to gain track position now, or is it time for strategic playing? The Baby Drew and Rickard are on hard. With Matt Pryor, the image looks like a medium. Matsuka would also indicate medium. So we have two drivers out,
Losing some tire grip. Any-
Slayer and Jumbo.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
And whilst Rickard is going for the undercut, he wants to do that in the best possible track position. Ah, this was very nice. Almost two at once. He can still get it, but why is he using so much battery now before the pit stop? I'm not sure that's clever unless he wants to stay out. Because usually a pit stop doesn't recharge the battery entirely, at least it didn't used to in prior games. Considering that the medium tire people are still out there. Aha. The Baby Drew and Rickard will now have a tire difference. Rickard to try to get away. There is something with an Alfa Romeo at the end of the pit lane that might have been Lewis.
Okay, off we go. Back into the race. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Now let's see if Rickard gets past the Baby Drew or if they both get into the DRS zone of this group soon. 2.2 seconds to prison.
Green flag.
And yes, Rickard's battery is only on 23%. Now he has DRS. Will he already try to pass? The others are coming closer. Same only 1.2 seconds ahead of the Baby Drew. That means next lap.
Breezing
both
boxed
have
early
DRS.
for soft, so he's gonna have to box again.
Meanwhile, the lead duo is, as the German speakers say, a line auf weiter Flur.
Barely.
Same is pitting. But as predicted, both have DRS. Makes it more difficult for Rickard to get past the Baby Drew as long as he has a tire advantage. Bosco has survived to P6 so far, but I think he has not been in the pits yet.
Don't make it easy for the Baby Drew, please.
Is there gonna be a bit of Aston Martin teamwork? Bosco is under attack from the Baby Drew. He takes the Baby Drew to the outside line. Unfortunately,
I tried.
couldn't do
Go.
much. Now there is the teamwork, he lets him go. Now Brisin is in the visor of the two.
I just don't have grip.
But how is it possible? No, something is strange here. Did the Baby Drew have the same tires as Rick? I thought they had different ones, but now if they have the same again, one must have made a mistake. Or maybe I read wrong. Adesi seems to have made an undercut. Or he has not been in yet. No, they are gaining on him. Now he is gaining on them. Now they're gaining on him. Now they're gaining on him. Okay, Adesi hasn't been in yet. Adesi probably makes medium soft. Max Duca does medium soft as well. He is out in soft now, so he's +3 on penalties. Catching on Brisin.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.2 seconds.
Well, that makes it much more straightforward if Rickard and the Baby Drew have the same tires. There is no tire advantage towards the end. It's all about track position. The one who stays in front gives the other more dirty air. So at the moment would be advantage to the Baby Drew. Because these corners here, the tires don't like it if you are behind someone else for too long. It's not the most corner intensive circuit, but they don't like it if you follow too close too long. Of course, now that they are on the same tires, probably for Rickard the best idea is to charge up the battery and wait with an attack. Meanwhile, what can we see about the front? One McLaren has...
Yeah, but his softs are dying.
Both McLaren have pitted,
No.
Okay, the gap is
but
less
the
than a second.
second Red Bull of Reifler is still out, as it seems. 12 laps to go for Reifler now.
07.2. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
And he is in.
Okay, so the gap to the
So
car
Reifler
behind is
has been
1.7
undercut
seconds. They're on fresh
by
tyres.
Chris.
Their tyres are 3 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1:06.7. 3 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race.
And meanwhile, what happened to our Ferrari driver? I don't see him. Ah, there he is in the
Our
field.
gap behind is 1.3
He's dropped
seconds.
quite significantly back from
Time last
Rickard.
lap was a 1:06.7. 3 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race.
So the battery is slowly being charged. One of the boards has been taken out on the way onto turn 3. But Izzy has put more space between him and the baby Drew, so maybe he did undercut them after all. The two Red Bulls now are almost side by side in Sector 1. Not sure if Rifler had taken the right strategy approach there. Unless of course he has now softs and Chris would have mediums. That might give him the edge, but we don't know. Bit of a slide from the baby Drew, bring Rickard closer. But I would be very surprised if he attacks now, because he is still charging his battery. Max Duka's quest will be to stay ahead of Matt Pryor with his +3, he is currently doing that.
Okay, you're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing.
And every lap the battery gets a little higher. But I would not necessarily attack yet, and neither does Rickard. Now, temptation versus rationality. Rationality wins. It is still too early.
You're saving ERS?
I believe so.
Nice.
Now, now temptation has become too high. But he keeps the DRS, cleverly driven. Nice camera.
Good job, nice overtake.
Now, don't veer off to the left too much. No, good, no Vettel. And now he is giving instead of receiving the dirty air. The baby Drew's tires won't like that. And the Rifler has indeed gone for the soft tires, and he is gaining on Chris, but will it be enough? 8 laps to go. We'll keep that one on the map.
Yeah.
And of course, by keeping the baby Drew behind him, he is also putting the baby Drew potentially under threat from Max Duka, but that is about to change again. Now Rickard is the one under attack from Max Duka, no collisions, no nothing. Silverstone not repeated, and on they go. Battery is still getting up. Internet is taking a break. Luckily not for too long. But now it is Rickard again, getting the dirty air.
Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 07.7. 3 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race.
Of course, with this trio so close together, whoever has the opportunity to overtake in DRS is also generating the possibility for the other one to receive a double whammy. Which would mean that... Ooh, one...
Oh, Max, come on, mate.
I think that was your own car, not Max Duca. But now you might have to need some of this ERS to make sure you get the second back.
So much space. I went completely white in that fucking corner.
Forget turn 3, focus on the difference.
And Sam with 15 seconds and fighting. Unbelievable. Swear.
Aye, that looks as if this turn 3 might have cost Rickard DRS.
What's wrong?
Gap to your teammate behind is 21.8 seconds.
Now he has
You lost
DRS again,
DRS?
but against the wrong driver.
Fuck.
Maybe he can use Max Duca to close the gap to the Baby Drew. Max Duca seems in good shape. Seemed. Aye, this is not looking well for P4 for Rickard right now. But it is. Nice to look. Ooh, oh! It was nice to look at. Now make sure the tires get it to a good range again before putting too much load on them. But the potential P4, a certain P5 becomes P7. Matt Pryor is getting closer to Max Duca, but he might
Okay, gaps in the car
be out of the 3-second window again.
8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. Your last lap time was a 1:07.
What is our former streamer doing? We can't know yet. Ah, he is in the points, and he is looking for some more if he doesn't add any time penalties to his race. Pankadlek has just received a time penalty, so he's gonna potentially gain 2 places, particularly if the ones in front of him squabble, which they do.
Het had hier kunnen gebeuren, want Artem de 1.
He's had a second stop.
Ik heb nu Carl achter me die heel erg inloopt, bijna een seconde per rondje.
So his tires should be the best. And yeah, he's gaining on them. How is it looking at the front? Unfortunately, Riflers of Tire Attack doesn't seem to bear the fruits he would have liked.
Fucking DRS, mate. Come on.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
And he is not quite in the DRS window yet. But that might change in 3 corners, or in 2. No.
Bijna geen ERS meer, joh, 12%.
ERS is not on his side. But one more squabble between the 2 in front and he gains 2 places at once at the finish line. Meanwhile, the leader is in the last lap but 1, as Murray Walker used to put it. We are looking at 1 McLaren and 2 Red Bulls on the podium.
You're going to start anytime now.
Now it does not look like he's gonna catch them.
Small mistakes, but we are fine.
So 2 laps to go for the Ferrari driver. He shouldn't lose more than 1.2 seconds to Pankadlek, then he's got P8. Let's see what Rickard has to offer.
When I was switching between Discord and the game,
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Noxduka has Matt Pryor under control. Also because Matt Pryor has started to also collect time penalties. But I am a bit confused about the tires here. I thought the Ferrari started with the...
Restart fresh the game on my PC, but
I might have been wrong. Maybe Ferrari also did only one stop, started in hard and then went in the mediums. But I did have the idea that it might have been different.
well, I don't know what happened either.
The leaders are in the last lap,
Yeah, I
and
know.
it looks as if we have
And gap to the
a
car.
result that resembles the championship standings. At least in the first 2 positions.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push. Okay, so we're leading our teammate.
Tell me
by
about it, man.
9.1 seconds.
There is not much gonna happen here. The race will be ending without any safety car. That is unusual for Austria, but a good sign for the driving standards. And apparently the race in real time has already ended, but my internet connection is not yet there. Aha, there we go. Chris has done it, the Rifler second, Adesi third, the Baby Drew
Mine are
fourth,
26
Max Duca
hearts.
P5,
I boxed so
Matt
late.
Pryor P6, Ricker P7,
Clear.
and then Ferrari should arrive in P8. Oh, he's already through. Ah, yeah.
Low on fuel.
There we go.
Last 2 corners. I could have... Man, 0.026 to Pankadlek. I could have got P10. So,
So, das
disappointed.
war also der Honigpinkerl. Und einmal mehr, wem hat der Werk gegeben? Der gute alte Chris bringt den anderen auch noch heim. Chris brings home another race. This time it's Austria. Not for the first time. Bueno, servus, and until the next time.